Some of the most lost people do not look lost. They look disciplined, capable, reliable. They wake up on time, they do the work, they answer the messages, they keep moving. From the outside, their life looks fine. But inside, something feels off. Not broken, not dramatic, just wrong. And that is what makes this kind of pain so hard to explain. Because being lost does not always look like chaos. Sometimes it looks like a full calendar, a decent routine, a person who is functioning so well that no one thinks to ask if they are okay, including themselves. So they assume the problem must be laziness, weakness, a lack of discipline. And the world happily agrees. Work harder, push more, set better goals, optimize your life, stay busy. But that advice only helps when the problem is effort. And often, the problem is not effort. It is misalignment. You can be doing everything right by the world's standards and still feel deeply wrong inside. Because movement is not the same as direction. A person can spend years moving quickly without ever asking where all this movement is taking them. That is how people end up living by borrowed goals. A borrowed definition of success, a borrowed timeline, a borrowed idea of what a good life is supposed to look like. Some of it comes from family, some from comparison, some from fear, some from watching everyone else act certain. So you keep going. You build, you achieve, you endure. But deep down, you feel no real connection to what you are building. And that is why progress can feel empty. Then there's the second trap, reaction. Modern life trains people to respond to everything and reflect on nothing. To notification, deadline to deadline, problem to problem. You stay in motion long enough to avoid silence. Because silence is where the real questions begin. What do I actually value? What kind of life feels honest to me? What is worth suffering for? What would still matter if nobody saw it? Most people never sit with these questions long enough. And without answers, even a successful life starts to feel hollow. This is where Stoicism becomes useful. Not as coldness, not as pretending not to care, but as inner order. The Stoics understood that peace begins when you stop outsourcing your values. When you stop organizing your life around applause, comparison, and noise, when you choose clearly what matters, and then live by it. Not perfectly, but honestly. Because the worst feeling is not being lost. The worst feeling is realizing you've been moving fast in a direction you never truly chose. And maybe that is where clarity begins. Not in a dramatic reinvention, not in burning your life down, but in the quiet decision to stop living by standards that aren't truly yours. That is when your life stops looking right for other people and starts becoming true for you.